Okay, let's take a look at this Foundation League match between the Spectre and the Comets. Take a look at the Spectre side of things, what they did well, what they could have improved. And this was match 2 in the season 11, and this was game 4 of the match as well. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. What am I doing? I know how this works. Gotta be careful here, idjo. Don't want to push up too closely to Lavar. Because right now, you guys are basically in the same, like, you can see the lines on the field. You're almost on the same line. So if they get past you, it's going to be very hard to get back to net. You're not really defending much of the field. So again, you want to help Lavar. Like, if Lavar gets it past Scruffy, then you can push up. Or if he gets past you can hit it. But really what this creates is that if Scruffy Lobo gets us past Lavar, then you have a long way back to go before net, where Taku is right here and he can push into that base quickly. What I prefer, so as far here, I would prefer your positioning, enjoy your positioning to be like in net, pushing out to net, about here, I guess, would be decent. I wouldn't really go much, I wouldn't go past here if Lavar is here on the field trying to challenge the ball, even especially since Lavar doesn't even have control of the ball right now. There's no reason you should not be that close to him. Just a minor little thing that I noticed. Luckily, they didn't really have too much control of it, couldn't get past you. That was a good touch to put it to safety. Again, Lavar's kind of do the same thing that you did, where you had you as an idjo have control of the ball, but idjo's like, no, I want to come help you out, so he gets a little bit too close to you. There's no reason to Lavar to be pushing up this close to you. So if we go back a little bit. So at this point, you just hit the ball. So unless it was unless you said Lavar you can go, then Lavar goes. Otherwise, Lavar should never go for this ball, because you'll probably have a hit. You can hit that way. You have all this space to move the ball wherever you want. So Lavar, what Lavar should do at this point, because you can see you're gonna have control of the ball. She could start to creep out this way, so that as you push out the ball this way, he's kind of parallel, slightly behind you would be ideal. So that if you need to, so let's say you're pushing the ball up here, whereas here at this point, Scruffy goes for the challenge. Before he gets to the challenge, you can try to side flip it, maybe pop it, and then at that point, then Lavar can go take the ball and try to get it in. But it's something that you guys need to watch out for, is not pushing too close together. Yeah, you both want to get the touch on the ball, but you got to trust your teammate to make sure that they're going to get the touch, and maybe you'll be able to follow up if they pass it to you. Again, you guys are too close to each other in the corner. idjo, be careful of how close you are, because at this point, you guys are both in this corner, and you kind of have been for like the past 10 seconds or so. So let's say Scruffy looks to go for this challenge. I honestly don't remember how this plays out, but we take a look at the field here. So let's say Scruffy Lobo goes for this ball, kind of gets the dunk, so it hit here and then probably bounce out this way. You guys are both in the corner. You can't get back to this ball. That's a free ball for Otaku. You just get a free net. Gotta make sure that if, I don't remember who was in the corner first, let's say let's say Lavar was going first. So he's control the ball. idjo, you should be like back here-ish here. Or doesn't really matter who it is. One person on the ball in the corner, other person back midfield-ish area. So that if Lavar wants to, or play in the corner, whoever they want to, they can hit it out to here, and they can try to get a strike here. But you should never, ever have both of you guys in the same corner, whether it be offense or defense in twos. Oh well, it turns out to be a goal. Well, but that could have very easily turned into a counter goal for the Comets. Go on and point that out. That while that situation worked well, most of the times it probably won't. I really don't like this thing is here on this map. We can't really see the goal. Or the inside of the goal, rather. So this was a little better positioning from you guys. So here, as Lavar goes up for the ball, it just starts to push out. But once he misses, you should have turned back for this ball. You would have, I'm pretty sure you have a taco beat, but instead you just go all the way for the opposite corner boost, and then get back. But you could have turned for that ball. Hold on, did you have 0 boost? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, you had like no boost here. Well, you just grab that 12 pad. This is hard. So even if you don't think you can beat them the ball here, what I would have done, I still wouldn't have gone for that corner boost. So if we go back a bit, do no boost here, so he goes for the ball. So you start turning. I don't know at this point you knew you're already planning to go out, whether or not Lavar hit the ball. But what I've done here is if Lavar does hit the ball, you can continue push up, grab this small boost pad, this small boost pad. So at this point you have 36 boost, which is a decent amount of boost to do some things with. If not, if you see that he misses the ball, what you can then do is either, if you think you can beat Otaku, then churn and go for it. But since you have low boost, I can understand not wanting to. So what you could have done is like grab these pads and then try to pressure it. So that one that gives time for Lavar try to get back, and then he would rotate in that, and then you can challenge the ball, which would force them to do something with it. But you shouldn't be going all the way for the corner boost. Puts yourself way out of the play, and you really don't need to, but luckily you get back in time. Lavar should turn for this. Again, I can't really see you in net right now, which is annoying. There's a good demo from Lavar. Lavar gets mid, which is good. Oh, that was... So here, I don't know if you realize how much time you had, but you could have waited more time for it to just cross net before you went for this, and that would have been a goal. Yeah, they weren't anywhere close getting back to this. So just try to have a little bit of patience in situations like this. Here, if you're in this situation, what I've done is use your right stick to look left and right as this play's going on. So you can look to the left, oh, no one's there, look to the right, oh, no one's there. I can wait this out. Or you can also use whatever button it is to look backwards and look, oh, I got plenty of time. I can just wait for this to slowly roll across, and then you be here, just wait for the ball to zip, and then boop, it's a goal. So try to not to rush things when you really don't need to. And it goes for a lot of things, not just that particular situation. Just if you recognize you have lots of time, and there's no need to rush it, just take your time with the ball. Try to make something of it. I'm gonna cluster here. It was good beat, Joe's. Or I should try to get mid. Again, you guys are in the same corner. Lavar going for this is fine, but then idjo needs to get out at this point. He just waits a little bit too long. And are you guys gonna get counter attacked? No, they couldn't get back to it, but that could have been a counter attack goal for them. Up, and it still is. So even after this point, I'm gonna go back a little bit. So, idjo, as soon as you land here, I would not have gone for that corner boost. Let's see, how much boost do you have here? You have 0 boost. What you should have done here, since the comms are still so close to the ball, is just grab these boost pads. Like if you go to Gather Island, that'd be nice, but just turn here, here, and if you have time, depending where the ball is, you can turn for this one, or you can just get in net, or this one, then turn for it, depending how much time you have, what you do. But I'm pretty sure that if you just went back like this, in here, your ball went like that way. So if we watch this over again, as you go into the corner, yeah, you definitely could have been there to save it. If you just went straight back, grabbing the small boost pads instead of going for the full boost. I can understand being just grabbing the small boost pads can be a bit uncomfortable when you're sick, and having the full boost was nice. That was an unfortunate kickoff. I don't think anything could have really been done to stop this. This was a pinch. Yeah, it was a bit rough. This will happen sometimes. And good control of the ball. Bars made for the pass. B, and it works out. Nice place. And a kickoff goal. You just got a kickoff goal. That'll happen. So here's kind of a situation that I was talking about earlier, where you had like the goal and I could wait for this bounce. Right now there is no one near you. What you could have done here, like my guess is you wanted to try to take a shot on net. But you could also have done, instead of going full speed, just slow it down and try to control the ball. And maybe you can try to push it over to idjo for a pass. Oh, get cut, push up, staying up too far. Let's take a look at this again. So you try to stay mid so that idjo can get it to you. But at this point, you're just sitting still and have absolutely 0 momentum. And you can see Scruffy's coming in for the challenge. So, where you go? Here you are. What I've done here, you turn like this, and now you just have to wait. You don't know, you don't want to push up too far, but he got challenged, and now you're way out of the play. So if you go back, I want to you want to get back into play. Like turning here isn't terrible, but what I would have done here is instead of just like, so you completely drift turn, you kind of just sit here and wait to see what happens. What you should have done, in my opinion, is you could have turned, grabbed this boost pad, and then come back like this. So that way you still have momentum, and if at this point, you've probably been like maybe here, I think, possibly. Next every challenge, maybe you'll be back here. Either way, I think you would have had enough momentum to get back in time for this. Or if you want, you can go back like here, grab this, and then turn up. That way, just making sure you keep momentum going, because that is one of the most important things in this game, is to keep your momentum as high as possible at all times in this game, and only slowing down when you like need to take control of the ball, or you're going too fast to like, control your own car. Obviously, slow down at that point as well. Yeah, but because you waited and Scruffy could like push up and challenge, there was no way you can get back because you're exactly in line with the challenge. You need to be at least a little back, be back here by the time they challenged, to be able to save that. Unfortunately, challenges, and then you're there, and this turned into a goal. Which I should go for this again. Gonna meet it on the wall. Yeah. But you should not be sitting on full boost waiting for it to spawn. Before, look for those small pads and just driving around the field to pick those up. If you spawn and then you just go here and you sit and you wait. But if you look, so go kind of here. So you and tool work with me. So you spawn like here, and you drive right here for the boosted sap. Instead, what you could have done, so the ball's up here in this area, might have a challenge, who knows. So you spawn, you could have gone this boost, gone this boost, gone this boost. If he won for that challenge, then you can push up to get this boost. If he didn't win the challenge, or you could also do this and go back and forth and wait and then push up. There's so much boost. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There's so much boost. You know, like you can also go like this and then push up that way. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there one there? I don't remember. Yeah, so 6. So that's a total of 72 boost. I think personally, I think that's plenty of boost. Just sitting here, I like never want to see people just sitting on boost pads. It's a big no-no, because that's just wasting time, putting yourself out of play until you get the full boost when you really don't need to be. Again, and that puts kind of idjo into a 1v2 situation, and then you try to push up. At that point, it gets past you, and they get a goal because of it. Get the last second save there, but then it still goes in. So it's just kind of doing what I was talking about. So you grab the corner boost, you hit this ball, and then you steal the mid boost. You should now have taken that mid boost from idjo. I want to see which perspective what your boost level's at. You go for this, hit this ball. You don't need to grab that mid boost. Just try to avoid that because now idjo has 0 boost. And he's trying to. This guy I was talking about, like, oh, I have no boost, there's no boost in the corner, so I have to pick up these small boost pads. There's another one, there's another one. Oh, you missed that one, unfortunately. But he has enough boost to like try to do something in the play now, because he grabbed those small boost pads. So good for idjo picking up those pads, small boost pads, but although you shouldn't have taken both the corner boost and the mid boost. Nice goal. So yeah, they just missed the ball, and you're there to finish it. Nice play. Now the game is tied with a minute left. Let's see how this ends. That was a good flick. And a nice goal as well. That was a good play. Now we're up by a goal with a minute, just under a minute left. Does this go in? Yep, that is unfortunate. Was it just a messed up kickoff? He just goes for boost, which is fine. Really anything happen here that I can talk about? Oh, he did a speed kickoff. Yeah, that is a speedy kickoff. So what I would recommend on kickoffs in general is always, so boost a little bit and then do like a front flip or a diagonal flip and then continue boosting and then flip into the ball. That's what I recommend for kickoffs. I can show that in free play after this game's over. But here you just boost forward and then he crushed you to the ball. That's how he's able to get this goal. That's Idjo's ball challenge. Oh, Lavar, you should have let idjo have that. Idjo had a much better clear than you did. Because if we just take a look at this. So you just grab the boost. That's right before you hit the ball. Otaku is far enough away, but idjo could turn here and start to take this upfield and push us up. And then you could, instead of being, I don't remember exactly where you were before on this play, but you came from here, so let's say you just turn around, or grab a boost. What am I doing? Get rid of that. You came around here, so you can grab these small boost pads and then start to push up with him to have a 2-on-1 situation. Taka probably been trying to get back as well, but that's still really 2-on-1 against Scruffy Logo. And he puts himself in awkward switch because he's flipping forward for this. But then idjo could just bring this upfield and then maybe pass it or whatnot, try to do something. But because while you took the ball, you took that situation or that opportunity away from idjo. Still ends up making a decent play out of it. Almost got a goal. Backup, keeping it in their side. Now we're just going for this. Now you're a little bit awkward. See how this plays out. Are we going to OT this game? Yes, we do. Alright. Game 4 OT, here we go. Is that the end? Yep. Alright, let's take a look at the score again. What happens here? You get the kickoff. idjo pushed up for the ball. Lavar is also there. Yeah, idjo should not have been there. Just pushed up when he... At this point, since if I was idjo, I think you saw him jump. At this point, he needs to turn, but then he kept going and tried to jump for it. So like in this situation, you either need to hit the ball, or you need to, by this point, start turning around to get back onto defense in time. Because he kept going and was slightly off, it turned up to being a goal for them, which is an unfortunate way to end the game. But a lot of what this game was just a lot of pushing up onto like the same part of the field together, so you couldn't really support each other because you're both in the same exact spot. Just watching out for that. Making sure calling who's gonna go to the other person, and just make sure to watch out for the spacing from each other. Let me show you the kickoff thing I was talking about. So I'm not sure exactly what kickoff he did. He might have done diagonal like this. So like this is the kickoff that you're doing, which is significantly, let's get back to the corner. So this is significantly slower than doing this, which I believe is what he did and how he was able to beat you by so much. Diagonal kickoffs or flips aren't always the easiest thing to do. It's something I would highly recommend, because you can just kind of drive around. You have to have the like in between going areas, and to do the fastest one possible, you have to let go of boost in the middle a bit. And you can really do this on any kickoff. Oh, that wasn't a diagonal. That one you only do in ones. So that's a kickoff I generally do. But if you're not comfortable doing the diagonal flip, which is perfectly understandable, what you can also do instead, just do the front flip one. It's not as fast as that diagonal flip because you can't boost this entire time, because you have to let go of boost when you do the front flip. But like you do the front flip, gotta get centered, and then you flip into the ball again. That's what you could be doing, and it'll be a little bit faster than what you're doing, and you also preserve some boost as well. So here, let me try and find unlimited boost. So here, I had 8 boost after I did that. Where I get back on the corner. where what you're doing, you're using up all your boost at the end, and so it takes a lot longer to recover. But like here, you can have a bit more boost, and diagonal flip, you can preserve even more boost. Well, that's 6, that wasn't a great kickoff, but diagonal is definitely the spot where we won't have the most boost, but here, you do the, well, that's not what I meant to do. Like that. So like the key with the ones in the back is just try to slightly off. I think that was a fast variant, and then also, well, that was a really bad diagonal one. Okay, that's the kickoff I generally do. That wasn't great because I used the poly boost. But generally, when I do kickoffs, I have 15 boosts at the end, between 10 and 15 boosts. But so wait, I'd say you probably kickoffs, just getting used to doing something like that would be really good. Instead of just doing the straight boost, because it's a lot slower. Because you have to use up all your boost, and then you're still out there by the time you use up all your boost. That'll be it for this one. So